Hi guys. My name is Vivek, and today we'll be doing an interview for one of our JCU members who actually graduated. And today we actually have Sathvika, who's thankfully taken her time to come and have us do the interview for her. So Sathvika, congratulations first of all for graduating JCU. So first, tell me, how does it feel to be out?
How does it feel?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
graduating.
So honestly, I feel like I've done a big achievement that, I'm
Okay.
finally graduated. I'm moving on to a next phase.
Mm.
And mostly my parents and friends, they were all kind of proud of me. So I kind of feel a little excited, a little proud, and a little bit anxious about, what's going to happen in the future.
First of all, what degree did you actually end up pursuing at JCU?
In JCU, I did Bachelor of Science, majoring in data science.
Okay.
And it's a 2-year program.
Okay. And what motivated you to choose JCU for your studies?
Sure. Because firstly, JCU is tied up with the Australian university, right? The degree you get is an Australian certificate, which I feel like kind of stands out a little compared to the other private universities in Singapore. So I guess that was the main motivation why I joined JCU.
Is there any other secondary stuff behind it?
Secondary stuff. Also, the data science course was kind of popping up. When during my time, I don't think data science was out there as a course. It was part of computer science, I think. And this was very distinct. And it was part of a science program. So I was kind of curious to take up the program.
Give me, say, one project of yours from the course that actually stood out for you.
Project or courses? Anything?
One project that you did in one of your courses.
Okay, so basically I had this class in my second term. It's called SE2202. It's quantitative methods in science, I think. And that subject was really hard for me.
Okay.
I really struggled because it was fully stats based and it was on R programming. Both of them were very new to me, and that is nothing I learned in high school, not even a little bit. So initially I struggled a lot, but I feel like that's one course, and I'm pretty sure anyone who's taking that right now is also struggling. But at the end of the day, I feel like that is the one course where I learned a lot. And all the assignments I did in that course, this was in my second term, so it was around 2 years ago. So I don't remember every single detail, but then I remember that the takeaway of that course was very effective. And it is currently helping me in my master's program right now.
Right. Okay.
So I feel like that was one course which was very effective for me in terms of learning.
Now, how do you think your JCU program, besides obviously this course, how do you think it's prepared you for the current master's program that you're pursuing?
Okay. So one thing I'm really grateful for is that I took up a lot of opportunities in JCU, still participating in the clubs, different clubs. I initially just joined as a member, and honestly, I was clueless as initially I joined fresh out of high school. I was kind of lost on what I'm doing, but then slowly you meet people who know things, and they are also willing to teach you. So that's how I joined. Initially, I joined Wall Street Club because it was interesting to me. And I slowly became the logistics and the vice president and the president of the club itself after a few terms. And honestly, it was, I took a lot of key takeaways from that. And apart from that, I was also part of the student council, which also kind of enhanced my leadership skills a bit.
Right.
And 2 years ago, when I was fresh out of high school, I used to be very not confident at all, or very shy, or I used to think are people going to judge me? Now I don't care. I just talk what I have to talk, and I'm a lot more confident, and I feel like people like my confidence. It's not in a cocky way or in a
obviously
way, but I feel like it's kind of in a good way, which makes me feel better as well.
It's something that you practiced over a period of time, right?
Yeah. So also if there's any new students coming to JCU or any other university, not only JCU, the first thing I would encourage them to do is to take up opportunities that come along the way. So universities provide a lot of opportunities. So ensure that you do take up some, so that, because you never know where it would lead to.
Then next question. JCU is known for its diverse student community, as we all know. How did this diversity enhance your educational experience?
Okay, very. Because there are a lot of subjects where you need to do group projects. I took an elective subject which is based on business. It's called innovation-driven entrepreneurship.
Right.
So my teammates were all from different countries. They were from Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, and I'm from Singapore/India. So it was very diverse, and all of them have certain skill sets they could bring to the table.
Right.
So when we split up the work and stuff, it was pretty much very efficient, and everyone was they had their own ideas to contribute. So I feel like we overall made a very good pitch at the end of the day. So I'm really thankful for all my group mates who, who teamed up with me, and I learned a lot from them. And also, I was part of the student council.
Right.
Yeah, that also kind of enhanced a bit of like my leadership skills a little, because I volunteered for the orientation during my language class. So I feel like people in general kind of enhance your knowledge or domain expertise in something. They kind of help you even if you don't know. So
so now, as a graduate of JCU, how do you think the university has contributed to your personal growth beyond, like, say, the academic sphere, per se?
Okay. So in terms of my personal growth, firstly, leadership and confidence. I feel like these are the two key things.
Right.
And another thing is that during my high school, it was very study focused. I believe for most of us in school, it doesn't matter which school you're from, but it was mostly focused on your grades or your academics or your marks.
Fair.
So what I learned in university that it doesn't matter that if you're failing, but it matters about how you pick up and learn. Like you shouldn't give up very easily. That's one thing. And second thing is that it doesn't matter if you fail. Like as long as you're learning something out of it,
And you get back up.
and you get back up, that's more important.
Fair.
And honestly, I learned that it's not more important that you achieve the grades. It's more important about how you put yourself out there. Like whether you're seeking any working experience actively, or are you like going for networking events, like it's about how much you engage yourself. And I feel like ultimately like that matters more than you being academically smart.
Now that you've advanced your master's program, I believe in SMU.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you've advanced that master's program, what skills or knowledge from JCU do you believe is most beneficial to you right now?
Because my master's program is kind of similar to data science, I feel like Python, R, and SQL is kind of helping me in my master's program right now in terms of technical skills. But in terms of non-technical skills, I believe that now I do not emphasize or fuss about grades anymore, and I'm fine even if I don't do well in a test. I can understand that, oh, okay, maybe I should take a different approach instead of like completely being demotivated or like
shutting down.
Yeah, shutting down. I kind of get back up a little bit faster than I used to. So I guess that's one thing that is really helping me.
Okay, so before we end, do you have any advice for the current students at JCU who are considering pursuing maybe studies after graduation, a master's or whatever?
Oh, okay. So for the current students who are here, like make sure that you don't procrastinate. You have to study from time to time, but also ensure that you take a break. Like studies is not everything. Like as I said before, like try to join different events, even though not as a member, you can still like take part in the different events conducted by clubs. That way you connect with more people, you meet more people. And if you're interested in a certain club, do join the club as maybe a small exco role. Like you never know where that would lead to. So just take up any opportunities along the way. And if you're trying to pursue a master's degree later on, you have to accept the fact that it's gonna be a lot harder. And it's not like, oh, I have a degree now my master's will be easy. That's not true. It's always gonna be hard. So just ensure that you never give up and like keep trying no matter what. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. And also, from my side, I wanted to ask you, is there any particular like quote that inspired you, something you can pass on to the current students, something to keep them going, maybe?
A quote? Okay, wait, let me think.
Yeah, go for it, take your time.
Okay, I like this quote since high school. It's called, unless you flap your wings, you never know how high you can fly. So I feel like, so without even trying, please don't give up soon. If you find something hard, please try your level best to decode the problem so that you never know where it might take you to. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this wonderful journey about JCU with us. And thank you for taking so much time to come and do this interview with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard her, guys. So, can you say it again? Unless you flap your wings.
You never know how high you can fly.
Yeah, you heard Sathvika. So unless you flap your wings, you never know how high you can fly. And yeah, with that, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.